And we are live. Hopefully, you guys can hear and see us okay. I know I've been having technology issues this morning, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who pops in today watching as we go through this live or even the replay. This was complete pop. Well, it wasn't a complete pop up. I kind of scheduled it in advance, but it was one of those times that I knew I wasn't going to be able to record this week with Thanksgiving and other things going on. So I messaged Shannon. I said, I'm going live on Sunday if you want to pop in with me. And she's like, I'll be there. So
it is the least I can do because I messaged you last Sunday and was like, hey, you want to go live tomorrow night? So,
yep. So your turn this week. We're playing tag.
Yes.
We're playing live tag.
Yep.
I see Rebecca. Good morning, Rebecca. How are you? I know Mom said that she might try to pop in, but if she's not here, she probably forgot or she's busy cleaning.
Or she's at Walmart.
No, she didn't say that she was going to be at Walmart today. I think she kind of got that.
She just has some sense of any time we're going live, and she's like, I need to go get groceries.
Walmart. Yeah. No, she told me that my stepdad, where he travels for work, that nope, she's here. All right. So she was telling me that my stepdad was packing up for work. He was pulling a typical David and procrastinating. And she messaged me. She's like, he was supposed to be packing this, yesterday. And he's just now getting to packing. And I said, oh, so David's pulling a David. And she's like, yeah, he's done diagnosed himself with ADHD. I said, I think he's just a professional procrastinator.
Well, I told you, I found out that there is such a thing called a procrastination high. And it was a therapist that told me this. So it is like people most of the time that have ADHD, and it's like a mundane, boring activity that you cannot bring yourself to do. For me, it's like dusting.
Yeah.
And it's like I hate it and it's boring and it sucks and I don't want to do it. So I'm like, okay, I've got guests coming over for Thanksgiving in 1 hour. I've known about this for 3 weeks, but now I have less than an hour. I have to do it and I get it done. And then you get like this rush because it's like, oh, got it done in time. And that's called a procrastination high. So maybe that's David.
Maybe, we don't know. So lady, I think that might be, what is her name? Because sometimes her actual YouTube name doesn't pop up.
Okay.
Pops up something different. I want to say might be Alicia, or it starts with an A, I think. But if I'm wrong, please let me know. It might be Alicia or something in that nature. I can't remember. She said Asia, right? Asia.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
It looks like your stepdad is watching.
Yep. So I can tell a story on him today. And then there is a Racine. Good morning, Racine. How are you? Yeah, he's always been that way, just procrastinating.
I get it. Get it.
I've got myself procrastinating too, so I think we're all guilty of procrastination.
I think so too.
So I just want to ask, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Did you get your belly full? Did you have a good turkey? Did things not go the way that you planned?
For me, it was, we planned on it being pretty quiet and boring on Thanksgiving, since normally we host, around 15 people, but the extended family was in Minnesota for a wedding, and my father-in-law's in a care center. So my mother-in-law ate with him at the care center. And then my daughter, normally her boyfriend, I don't know, they've been together like 5 years. I don't know what you'd call significant other. Like normally his family doesn't really have like set days and times for festivities, and they were like noon on Thanksgiving. So Lynn and Sam were going to his parents like a couple hours away, and so it was just us. And then we planned on doing ours on Saturday, but we got 12 inches of snow yesterday. So travel is still not recommended. And we were able to get Lydia and Sam to come over then on Friday. And thankfully, our turkey had been in the fridge long enough that it was thawed out enough to actually cook. So
good. So for the most part, other than the snow, it seems like you guys had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was good. It was just it's just really yucky out. So
yeah. You sent me that link, and I was like, ugh, 12 inches of snow.
I know.
Well, hopefully you don't have to go to work tomorrow.
I know. That's the thing. I don't know. We will see.
Yeah. It's good seeing you too, Racine. Thank you for popping in. Thank you all for really popping in. I know it was scheduled, but it's also, not a typical day that we go live. And I usually, my videos come out at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. So I was like, we'll make up for it. So,
yep.
But
I had fun doing that last week.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the stamina to go live every week. Especially since it was after work and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But it was fun. We'll have to just do this more often.
Right.
Instead of, in addition to our Saturday morning ones.
Yeah, of course. I like doing the lives. They're fun. I'm like you. It is, especially on the weekends, it's a little bit harder because is going on. And then by the time you get off work, if we go live together, I know you're probably exhausted. But
well, and it's super late your time by the time I get home and ready to go because we are not in the same time zone.
Well, as you found out, I can stay up until 11 o'clock at least. I'm a early nighter, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I'm not a night owl, so
there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm a granny in a 27-year-old body, so
that's funny.
Well, my nieces and nephew, they called me a granny a couple months ago because of I don't know. I guess the hobbies that I do and who knows what else. So
the age of your friends.
I guess.
I'm making fun of myself there.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help that most of our friends are,
actual grandparents.
Yeah, grandparents, or, they're at least 10 years older than us. We do have that are a little bit more our age, but most of our friends are, at least 10 years plus older than us. So,
yep. I think it is good to have friends of different ages, though.
Yeah.
We have friends that are as same age as our parents and younger into their 30s and 20s, and I think it just helps keep everybody younger and keeps you sharp and keeps you on your toes,
right? Which I've always been more close to the older generation, and so has my husband. So we're kind of we connect in a way. We connect a little bit better with the older generation than we do with the younger. So for people our age. So Katie likes to say, I'm an old soul, I guess. Sometimes I'm okay, I can see it. And sometimes I'm like, I don't know. But we had a pretty good Thanksgiving. PJ deep fried the turkey for the first time ever. And it was the best turkey we ever had. It was nice and juicy.
Good.
He got the seasoning correct, even though he first messed up on it. He, the night before, ended up prepping up the seasoning to do a dry rub. And he was putting the seasoning on, and I'm like, what all is in that? And he's like, it's got pepper, it's got paprika, it's got this and that. And I'm like, honey, are you sure? Because that looks like nothing but black pepper. And so I went and looked in the cabinet, after he had seasoned the whole thing, was about ready to put it in the deep fryer. And I was like, here's your turkey, the actual turkey seasoning. And he's like, oh crap, I'm so glad you caught that. So he went to go rinse it all off. And yeah, I was like, well, good thing I caught that.
No kidding.
We would have had nothing but a cracked pepper spicy turkey.
That would be something. Yep.
Yeah. So, but it was really good. The skin on it was like,
Yeah.
that rotisserie type style
Hmm.
skin.
You can't beat chicken skin. Like, I know you're
Yeah.
not supposed to think that or say that, but it is delicious.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. It's like the best part of the chicken or turkey. The best part.
So, are you a family that so I guess I should preface this by saying, so my husband comes from a family where they take like the extra parts
Hmm.
and like chop them up and put them in your like stuffing or dressing or whatever you call it. And it seems to be very much like a what you grew up with type of thing. So I'm guessing you're shaking your head and look like you're gonna gag. That's a no for you.
No, what we were gonna do was make a stock out of it, but
Hmm.
also boil it up and give it to our dog,
Oh yeah.
just because I can't do organs. And it's one of those things like I am not even willing to try it. And so PJ, I think he took one of the kidneys and ate one of the kidneys, and I'm like, "Ugh." But when I made the stock, I didn't realize that dogs can actually have, I think it's parsley and basil, or one of
Oh,
like,
okay.
it had some Italian seasoning in it. And so I was like, well, crap, can't do that now.
Yep.
And so we haven't done anything with it just yet. It's sitting in the refrigerator. So,
Right now, there's a turkey neck in a Tupperware dish in my refrigerator, and I don't know what his plans are for it, but I'm a little worried.
yeah. Yeah, I don't make stuff. I just do stovetop stuffing because
Hmm.
PJ don't like stuffing. Getting
Hmm.
Delilah to actually eat it is kind of like, you
Hit or
know,
miss.
yeah, and so I'm the only one that actually eats it. So I'm not going to go to
Yep.
drastic measures of making a stuffing from scratch.
Drying out your own bread, cutting it into cubes.
Yeah, I ain't going to that measures.
Aldi had a gluten-free one, and we picked that up. It was like I'm so cheap. But it was $4. But I'm like, you
Mhm.
know what? I don't want a belly ache, so
Yeah,
I sprung the $4 for the gluten-free stuffing, and I'm glad I did.
good, good, good. Did you make your, what was it this time? I know the last time you had cinnamon swirl. This time,
Hmm.
what was it?
Yeah, so I had gotten a mix at Walmart from Walmart has like a new it's a Walmart brand, but it's newer. It's called Better Goods. So it's
Hmm.
like their great value. It's, like one of their generics.
Hmm.
But a lot of them are gluten free, dairy free, and then like, dye and stuff free. And so in the little seasonal area, they had what was it, pumpkin muffin mix that was gluten free and dairy free. So I got that. And again, it was kind of spendy. It was like $5
Yeah,
almost, but I got 12 muffins out of it and it was delicious. And I have just been eating on them every day. And I'm
good,
so glad I
good.
did.
Yeah, I know that gluten-free stuff can be expensive.
Hmm. Yep.
And hopefully, maybe, I know you were talking about doing like making from scratch is different
Hmm.
than baking in general. So,
Yeah. It's just something I'm not super familiar with. And I know it takes a lot of practice to get like the moisture levels right and different stuff. So I'm like, to me, it's worth paying the $4 or $5 for the gluten-free option and not screwing up 3 or 4 times and spending more in the long run.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe at some point I'll be able to do that from scratch, but not now.
So, I know you said that your daughter had went to what is it called? Culinary
Hmm.
school. So, does
Yeah,
she not know how to do gluten free, or can she do gluten free?
she can. She is also a gluten-free person,
Okay.
but she's got a little more leeway than me. She can have dairy without getting sick.
Hmm.
Um, and it's just one of those where she can make stuff, but she actually doesn't work in that field.
Hmm.
And
So
she
she's kind
just,
of same
yeah,
for dairy.
she's a great home chef.
Hmm.
And she will make things for us occasionally, and a very few select people she'll make stuff for, but on average,
She's
I
not.
don't bother her. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say if she, I mean she could do it a little bit more often, you might have to run to her a little bit, but
I know.
I
There's
forgot to.
I get eggs from a couple different people. One is one of Rod's cousins, but then there's a lady in my town I get eggs from
Mhm,
occasionally, and she did make me up a trial loaf of a gluten-free bread,
mhm.
and I think it was made with rice flour, and it was really good. But it's one of those where it's just like if she's making it, I'm like, yes, sign me up for some. I'm not like, hey, I need you to make me this.
Yeah. So have you tried like keto diet or anything like that? Yeah.
Hmm. So before that became like as popular as it is, I
Mhm,
had done that. So I want to say it was maybe 12 years ago,
mhm.
judging by like that I didn't live in this house. I lived in my last house.
Yeah.
And so there wasn't all the products available that there is now. How you can get, keto versions of a lot of
Mhm,
stuff. I was just keeping my carbs under 40 grams a day, and pretty much all of my carbs were coming from like berries and vegetables.
mhm.
I felt fantastic. I was like leaping up the stairs. I did not lose a drastic amount of weight by any I've lost
Mhm,
maybe 10 pounds in 6 months.
mm.
Where some other people are like 10 pounds every month.
Yeah.
That wasn't my experience, but I felt fantastic.
Mhm. Good, good. So,
Mm-hmm.
because I know like the keto diet, or like paleo diet, they're all kind of, the same thing in a way. I
Mm-hmm.
know they some of the recipes with the baking and stuff
Mm-hmm.
uses more like almond flour or
Yes.
like oat
Yes.
flour or oatmeal flour, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So I was thinking, maybe look at those type of options.
Yep. Yep. I have switched to a lot of like what do they call it? Nut
Yeah,
flours.
yeah, yeah.
And then I use a lot of oat product as well.
Mhm.
So
Okay, good.
some are good, some are awesome,
Yeah.
some ugh.
Yeah, I know there was years ago I had made a keto um cheesecake, and it called for the crust for almond flour.
Mm,
And I don't know if it was just the way I did it or what, but I just felt like the almond flour was so grainy.
mm, yeah.
I and nope. So Jessie, good morning, Jessie.
Good morning,
Uh,
Jesse.
she does a wheat belly keto diet. She's made almond flour bread and desserts, and she stays under 45 carbs per day. Yeah, I forget that you can't really have dairy either. So that
Yeah.
adds into the mix, makes it harder to actually
Mm-hmm.
bake anything from scratch.
It sure does. I was always such a like, I'm not using additives type of person. I'm not using like processed foods. I'm like real butter all the way. And now I'm like picking up the plant butter. And I
Yeah.
don't know. I
Yeah.
just, again, it's better than puking all the time.
Yes, that is. It is, because puking all the time is not fun. It's, with this pregnancy, it's been, I mean, I puked a lot with Delilah, but
Okay.
this pregnancy, I mean, it's been, luckily the last couple of weeks, it's slowed down. Up until
Good.
last night, all of a sudden last night when we got home, my ears got really hot, my face got hot. I don't know what the heck was going on because it was just completely different. And then next thing you know, I'm like puking in my mouth.
Oh
Same, same,
no.
same thing this morning. I'm like, what the heck is going on, y'all?
That's
Sage,
terrible.
just sage the whole house, sage myself, do whatever I can to get rid of this bad juju that seems to be
Following
going
you
on.
around.
Yeah, somebody done placed their rainstorm on me. Go away. But it's life. Things happen. You just gotta roll with the punches and go through whatever.
Very true.
Keep a what would be the word? I can't even think right now. Just go through it. Keep a bright eye.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Stay
get
positive.
I can't get my words together. So Jessie, she does eat dairy, but she might need to stop that at some point. Yeah.
I loved cheese. I think part of my problem is that I was microdosing myself with cheese every day. Like I wasn't a big milk drinker or anything, but I was just like, oh yeah, like just a hunk of cheese. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, I love my cheese.
Yeah.
So that
and let me tell you what, I have gotten some of the fake cheese, like the vegan cheese from Aldi. Yeah. And number one, it does not melt. Like it'll get, like if you heat it up, it'll somehow get liquidy, but it still stays in the exact same shape and it doesn't like brown at all. So it is not the same. Not the same.
No, it's like getting that really, really cheap single sliced cheese that's nothing but like literally plastic.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I love my favorite type of cheese, or my favorite cheeses are, I can eat straight up Asiago, Parmesan. I love Swiss. I don't care for baby Swiss, but I love Swiss.
I loved Munster. Munster is a good like soft cheese. Yeah. And then I enjoyed cottage cheese. I enjoyed cheddar cheese, string cheese. Yep. I mean, goat cheese. There wasn't many cheeses I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, he's a big Munster cheese fan. And I'm just like, he also likes provolone too. And I'm like, I can, if it's melted down, I can do it. But if it's just, cold.
Yeah. Some cheeses are definitely better at room temperature or warm.
Yeah. Oh, another one is extra sharp cheddar cheese.
Oh yeah. Yep. I can get on board with that.
I can just eat the whole block. My stomach might not like me, but I can eat the whole block. I love cheese.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a sad situation.
Yeah. Jessie's saying cheese is hard. She hasn't drank milk in almost 10 years, but she does have had heavy cream in her coffee. She likes extra sharp cheddar cheese. Who doesn't? I mean, if you don't, what's going on? No, just kidding. Each to their own.
That is true. Isn't Limburger the super stinky, like smells like a dead body type of cheese?
I don't know. I don't even think I've had Limburger cheese, but he's also a blue cheese fan. And I'm
not a fan of the blue. That's about the only cheese I'm not into.
Yeah, I don't think I've had Limburger cheese.
I think that's the thing where it smells like a corpse or something. Like it's that bad.
I don't know. I don't even know if I've ever heard of that cheese. Unless it's called something different. But yeah, he likes blue cheese crumble, blue cheese dressing. I mean, he's a blue cheese fan. He likes it with buffalo wings and all. And I'm just like, ugh.
I used to enjoy feta quite a lot, but that's got a different taste. It kind of looks the same, but it's a different taste.
I like feta too. I do a tortellini salad, pasta salad, and put some feta in there, put black olives, pepperoni, salami, red onion with, I do like a balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
Vinaigrette. Oh, it is so good. And I do kind of the same thing with just like it's called like a pizza pasta salad.
Okay.
Which is kind of the same ingredients, but I also add banana peppers in there too. And oh my gosh, I love me some pasta salad.
I have gotten some of the gluten-free pasta, so it doesn't hold up quite as well, but it is far better than the cheese substitute.
Yeah, I'd say. I'd say. So you got any plans today?
I need to film something.
Mm-hmm.
When I say something, that means I have no idea what I'm going to be filming yet. So,
Gotcha. I mean, if you want to go live tomorrow, I mean, I'm up for it.
You might get a panicked text message from me.
If you can't get anything today, I mean, shoot, I mean, I don't mind as long. Well, tomorrow is gonna be a busy day for me, so I don't know.
Don't worry, I won't. I'll get something taken care of. I promise.
Oh, I've got where transmission went out on PJ's truck yesterday. I've got to run him to work, come back, get Delilah, get her ready, take her to school, come back, get myself ready, and then I've got a doctor's appointment at 10:30.
That's
Get
a
back,
lot just in the morning.
yeah, get back, get her from school, and then he said he might try to find somebody to run him home when he gets off. But I mean, I'm just
You still got to be ready just in case.
Yeah, so it's gonna be until we can get a transmission in that truck or do something with that truck. I'm gonna be running all over the place.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
That is true. That is true.
I told him, I said, at this point, I don't care if somebody, just pushes it off the side of the road and sets it on fire. I don't care. I don't care.
I have been there.
We've had that truck for, I don't know, almost 6 years, and we've had nothing but pretty much transmission problems out of that truck. And yesterday was just all the gears
icing on the cake.
Yeah, all the gears stripped out of it, and it started leaking. I don't know if he said it was transmission fluid or if it was actually transmission oil.
Okay.
And
either way, it can't be good.
Yeah, I think it was transmission oil. I don't know. Is there such thing as transmission oil?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not mechanically inclined.
I am not either.
But anyways, the gears are completely stripped out of it, so we've got to get a new transmission or try to trade it in some way, somehow, and if anybody will actually accept it, because it also needs a dry shaft too.
Oh, fabulous!
Yeah, when we lived in West Virginia, I think it was actually in the middle of winter.
Okay.
I think one of the bearings had went out or something.
Okay.
And the drive shaft did a complete tornado underneath his truck. So he had to replace the transfer case, and I want to say something to do with the wiring harness. But since then, we haven't replaced the drive shaft. So he has no 4-wheel drive. So, yeah, it put a big old hole in the floor of his truck. And so he had to get a shift linkage. I think that's what it's called. Okay. Well, it was going to be like $200 to do just that. And so he said, heck with that. He came up with some makeshift thing. And so when you've got to put it back in park or go up back in reverse or whatever, he's got a cable that you've got to pull in order to put it actually in gear. So we joke all the time. Yeah, somebody can, steal the truck. They might not get very far because they might not know how to put it back in gear.
It is its own theft deterrent system.
Yep. Yeah, it was going in lit mode and everything. I mean, we've had issues out of that truck. And
it does sound like it's about time to say goodbye to that.
Yeah, I told him a few years that we hadn't had the truck paid off. I told him, I said, I'm ready to get rid of the darn thing. Even though we might be upside down on a loan, I said, I'm ready to just get
Yeah,
rid of.
be done with it.
Yeah, but we got it paid off, so that's a plus.
Good. Yeah, I mean, that does make a big difference.
Yeah. So yeah, we were talking about at one point getting a like Jeep Wrangler or
Mm-hmm.
Sahara. Well, Bridget has a Wrangler, and she ended up having to take us home last night. And after sitting in the back seat of that thing, I was like,
Nope.
I'm not getting one of those. Nope. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yep. Yeah. You never know. Something might pop up that's interesting. And
Yeah, luckily one of his guys that he works with, because the truck's sitting at Bridget's, we were able, or him and Bridget's son was able to baby it to her house, which I mean,
okay.
we were really only 5 minutes away from her house when it just would not go forward.
Thank goodness, though, you were that close.
Yeah, it would go reverse. So here we
You
are.
could have driven backwards.
Well, we did. We did for about a quarter of a mile to get it off the side of the road and in a safe area. So he's just, revving or pedal to the metal and just going back in reverse for about a quarter of a mile, maybe a little bit further than that, and was able to get it back into a little area that was a private property and side road. And so I'm like, I am so thankful there is nobody coming either direction, because this is pretty sketchy.
You're like, I don't want to have to explain this.
Yeah. No cops, no ambulances, no nothing. So, yeah, it was a heck of a day yesterday. And
mine was far less exciting. Yeah, we didn't even leave the house.
Yeah, that was the most exciting thing that happened yesterday. Him and Bridget's son went up there to go get it, because her son actually went to school for diesel mechanics.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's a diesel truck, so I mean,
that's like, super helpful.
Yeah, he was like, if I get bored, I might start piddling around. I'm like, please do.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, he's gonna see if anybody that he knows has a transmission for it. But yeah, PJ's like, the transmission got cooled down enough to where it would actually go forward.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm telling you right now, if I call you, you better get out of my way, because I'm not slowing down. So he ended up taking like a turn to get onto Bridget's road, and he's going like 45 miles per hour over train tracks and everything. And Chase had already seen it come, and he's like, yep, I'm getting out of the way. Because he was not slowing down. And then whenever they got actually into Bridget's driveway, I mean, she's got I want to say maybe a 20-foot driveway, maybe not even 20, maybe not even 20 feet, but he got pretty much about halfway in, and it would not go any further.
Oh, no.
So Chase actually ended up having to take hooked up to his truck and actually move it to where it needed to go, because he was in there sideways. It was just, crazy things happen.
Yes. Yeah, that's way too much excitement.
Yeah, we're good, Vima. How are you? But it's just stories that you can laugh about later. Laugh about
it's not funny during the time, though.
No, I mean, like I've said, we try to make light of the situation. I was telling him last night, I used to get irritated when stuff like that would happen, but I've gotten to the point now where it's just like, it is what it is. It's life. Just go with it. I mean, make the most out of it.
Because that is something I have struggled with, but it's just the thing where you can't, I mean, being upset isn't going to change the outcome, or, it's not going to make things any better. It's actually going to make the situation worse.
Yeah, it's what we were talking last night, because I told him, I said, just back to back to back to back to back things. It's almost to the point where it's like, you just want to break down and cry, but it's just, what's the point? Because it's not going to change the outcome. You just got to laugh with it, roll with it, and, leave it to God, universe, whoever you believe in.
Yep. believe you're in the right place at the right time, and
Yeah.
there's a reason for it.
Exactly. So, but yeah, we got halfway down the road, almost to Bridget's, and it started slipping. And I'm like, just please get us to Bridget's. Please just get us. And yeah, nope. It was done for. So, but anyways, how was everybody's rest of the weekend and Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'm assuming, I don't know if Racine is still here or not. I think she told me her kids live in like the Omaha, Council Bluffs, like the western Iowa, eastern Nebraska area. And we have family there. And last I heard, they were not getting near the snow that we got here in central Iowa. So I don't know. I wish we wouldn't have, but
yeah, that's because y'all really haven't had, well, you had a little bit of a dusting a couple of weeks ago. So
yeah, but this is the first like big one of the season. And I mean, 12 inches is a lot at one time.
Yeah. Did y'all have a big snow last year?
Last year we were kind of in a drought, and so there just wasn't a lot of snowfall. It was super cold, but not ton. I mean, there was times when it was snowy, but nothing that was crazy.
Yeah, she said her son and his family live right there, right? Wait,
okay, yep.
Live there. You're right.
Well, hopefully, last I heard, they weren't getting hammered like we were here. So hopefully they're doing good.
Yeah. Mom, I want to say Mom was supposed to get some snow. I know they're supposed to get some cold temperatures, but I can't. Mom would have to answer that if they're supposed to get some snow. I want to say they are, but
it might be on its way there from here, you know.
Yeah, as long as it don't come down this direction. Y'all can keep that snow. And keep it. At least until after I have this baby. Y'all can keep it.
I don't blame you there. I don't blame you.
So Racine is asking, how far away are you from them?
I am closer to the Minnesota border than I am the Omaha border. So for me to get to Omaha, it takes probably 3.5 hours.
Okay. So Mom is saying that they're supposed to have a wintry mix next couple of days. I know it's I think it got down in the 20s last night, or it's supposed to get down in the 20s tonight. I know it's pretty cold.
Yeah.
Cold for us. It's one of those, you like it, but then you don't like it at the same time.
Yeah, people around here, they think they need a white Christmas, and I'm just like, I don't need that. I don't need that.
No. I like, when we were in West Virginia, one good snowfall and then maybe two, depending on how bad it is. But after that, whatever.
You're done. Yeah.
Whatever. Oh.
I'm not quite sure how, like I said, our extended family was all up in Minnesota in the Twin Cities for the wedding. And I'm like, I don't know how they're getting back home. Like I said, the state patrol is like, we do not recommend traveling, stay at home. And then the ones here live a couple miles from me, and it's too far for us to drive our tiny little tractor over there. But it's close to drive, but I don't know how they're gonna get in their lane and everything plowed out.
Jeez. Well, hopefully they make it back home safe.
I know, or just stay up, call into work and stay up there, longer. And
yeah. They didn't come down at the best timing.
Nope.
Which they're in Minnesota, so they're probably used to the weather anyways.
Yeah. But
it's
still,
not like
you can be used to something and still not like it.
Exactly. Well, I was thinking, driving situation. They're not
Yeah.
from Florida or, somewhere where it don't ever snow, or like down here
Yes.
never snow, and it's like, oh
Everything
my
shuts
god,
down.
yeah, oh my gosh. We did a dusting here, and I mean they put us on a 2 hour delay or shut down the school. It's like, all right, it's a little ridiculous here.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. If like the cities don't have the right equipment to clear it and everything, and
Yeah, I've got yarn barf going on.
you mean like this?
Well, it's not that bad, but it's a little tangled up. So Jessie misses the snow on Christmas. Well, yeah, she misses snow on Christmas, but sure doesn't miss the
Yeah, the
cold.
cold. Yeah.
So what are you working on?
So I've got this idea.
Uh-oh.
I know, right? Um, so I found a really cute thing on Pinterest where somebody took a trucker hat and then they made a granny square and just stuck the granny square like on the front of the trucker hat.
Mm-hmm.
So I found at Hobby Lobby just this beige trucker cap. And then I want to, not this one because this is way too big, but wouldn't that be adorable? A little bit smaller.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
But yeah, that one's way too big.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe that would work. Anyway,
I think it might work.
I have this idea. I just be glad this is the one time you can say you're glad you don't live near me because I roped this other woman I know in my community into organizing and hosting a craft fair with me. I haven't participated in any of the local ones because I just don't think I'd sell a lot. I don't like how they're marketed. I don't like a lot of the stuff. And so I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to make it be worthwhile.
Yeah.
So I had thought about doing like quite a few of the hats. It was $1.99.
Yeah.
And I think it was 30% off of that. So I'm like, I feel like between that and the yarn, that's pretty cheap. And if you could, I don't know, sell it $18, $20. I don't know.
You get pretty good profit off of it.
Yeah. So I thought about doing like the hats, and then like we're planning on doing it in the springtime, like March or April. And so I had thought about doing like some can koozies or cozies, whatever you want to say. A few like more summery, springy type of projects.
Yeah. There you go. That would be fun.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, hopefully it works out in your guys' favor. And
I know. What kind of psycho's like, I'm going to start my own craft fair?
Yeah. Well, hopefully you can get, are you going to be, I guess, recruiting vendors?
Yep. So I have gotten the venue already. She gave me, it's in a town that's pretty close to me. And she gave me a few dates that we're trying to narrow down that were still available for me to rent it. So the rental is pretty affordable. It's like $50 to $100 depending on, what you need. And then we had planned on charging all of the vendors $10 for their space. So I feel like we should be able to recoup that. I mean, really, even if I get charged the $100, like I would just need 10 vendors to, recoup that.
Right.
It's a huge space. They do have tables there. And the awesome thing is that they will actually let us in the day before to set up. So like our plan is to do it on a Saturday, and we can actually get in and do stuff that Friday. So we're ready to go on Saturday. So I don't know if it works out. I plan on maybe doing like some videos or something, just like,
hey, this is
how to host your own craft fair.
Yeah, there you go. There's some content right there. That would be awesome. I mean, you said $150 for the venue.
50 to 100.
50 to 100. Okay, that's
Yeah.
not bad, honestly.
No, I
I
don't
know
think so.
I know some of um like, and then just charging them $10 for to, have their little setup. That's not bad at all. I know
I
down
think it's cheap enough that, people will, it's not off-putting.
Yeah, because I know like down here, what puts me off from doing those is I know there's several down here. They charge about $60 just for a day.
Oh,
And
wow.
to me, traveling and then having to pay that and
Mm-hmm.
don't even know what I'm gonna make,
Yep.
don't know, how much traffic there's gonna be. I'm not spending the $60 and then some just for a day type of thing.
Yeah. No, I am 100% with you. And that's, like I said, I don't think many of them around here are terribly expensive, but mine is just like having a problem with the marketing and getting people to come. And I'm like, I feel like I will go all out promotion wise, and I think I can get people.
Yeah,
So,
you got to. So
mm-hmm.
you got to have, in order for it to actually get out there, you got to have people that are willing to share it and then people that know people and
Exactly.
you got to get it out there.
So yeah, I've already started, me and my co-host, and she was willing. It's not like she was an unwilling co-host.
You
Um,
your arm.
yeah. And it's like, so I was like, hey, can you stop by my work so we can chat about this for a few minutes? And she showed up with a notebook and a pen, and I was like, she's hooked. Good.
Good. Literally.
But yeah, so we're both already like making lists of all of the people we know that do different crafts. And then we're going to get together. We had said after Thanksgiving and go through our list and cross out any doubles. And because I think there's a lot of people in my area who do different type of stuff. The gal that does it, she does like buttons, like buttons, like,
yeah,
like logo, not
yeah,
like a shirt button. But like a button you'd put on a jean jacket or something.
yeah. Like one of those
She
button pins.
Yes. So
Yeah.
she makes those. She makes t-shirts. I can't remember what else she makes. And then we just know a lot of people in the community who do different things. So
Good.
I mean it's going to be a little bit hillbilly. That's kind of where I live and what everybody's like, but
nothing wrong with that. I mean,
we did say we don't want to have any, I have nothing against like the home businesses. But I get disappointed when something says a craft fair and then I go to it and there's like Tupperware and Scentsy and
yeah,
like I said, I don't have a problem with any of those companies, but we want this to be just strictly craft like handmade goods.
Yeah. I get that. Down here it's a lot of, when you get towards the beach, it's a lot of painting.
Okay.
And that's not all you see when you go to a craft fair is painting. I was the last one we actually went to. There was one person who actually did crocheting, and I had asked her, I said, how well does your venue do?
Yeah.
With the craft fairs, and she said it depends on where she goes and what she's got displayed, but she said that she really hasn't had big luck with them. I'm like, all right, it's one of those things that I want to try, but it's also, she had more of just plain mundane, stuff that isn't my style.
Yep.
And nothing to knock her, but
no, but it's just not what you would do. Yeah.
Right. And so I feel like, which I do all different kinds of crafts too, so I would have big variety. And I do not necessarily more fancier things, but more, I guess, like eye-catching.
Yes.
So might have better luck than what she might have had. I don't know, but I think that could be part of the issue too that she might have been having was just not very eye-catching
Yep.
stuff.
Yep. Yeah. I do really think you kind of gotta put some
Thought
thought
into
into, yeah, what type of products, like who your ideal customer is, what type of products would they be interested in, what can be like an upsell product to that,
yeah.
different price ranges, because I am going to throw in a couple like of like the all cotton gradient shawls, like the virus shawls,
Mhm,
and I'm going to price them fairly high because the yarn is not cheap and it takes
mhm,
a long time because it's a fine yarn and they
mhm.
look amazing. So,
Yep.
but yeah, and then I'm going to have like some scrunchies, like I got to have like a variety,
Yeah, not
but
just
yet like all in the same family of products, if
yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, you've gotta have a
It's like it needs to
variety
be cohesive.
yeah, a variety of taste.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't just have one thing and one thing only.
Yep. There's like some ladies in my community who do amigurumi, and they're pretty busy. And they go to some of the bigger fairs, but I'm going to contact them and just see if they want to, because it's definitely not like competition wise with me, because it's a totally different type of crochet project.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like the people who are buying her stuff probably aren't interested in mine, and vice versa.
yeah. I know them from what I've seen, them amigurumis, they sell pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They're a pain in the butt to work on,
Yep.
but I know they sell pretty good.
Well, I know this gal was telling me, and I had no idea what it was at the time, but over the summer, she said she started making amigurumi labubus,
Yeah.
and I hadn't heard of them at this point in time. Like, I know what they are now, and I think they're dwindling in popularity now. But she was
Mhm.
saying they were just selling like crazy.
Thanks, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I seen them when they first came out, and I'm like, to me, they look a little demonic to me.
I can see that. Well, my thought was just like, oh, it's the Beanie Babies all over again, where
Yeah,
people
pretty
are
much.
spending a small fortune and then they end up not being worth anything.
Hmm. Yep. It's, I remember, I think the whole reason my mom's sister, I think we started calling her actual name is Regina.
Okay.
But, Regina is kind of one of those names when you're a kid, you have a hard time saying.
Yeah.
And so I think we started calling her Beanie.
Okay.
And I want to say the whole reason why we started calling her Beanie is because she had a lot of those beanie babies. I want to
Yeah.
say, but I mean, sometimes we still call her Beanie, sometimes we call her Regina. So,
They were huge in the 90s. Like, I remember I had friends that, like, there was certain McDonald's Happy Meals with certain Beanie Babies in it, and my friend went to like 6 McDonald's in one day to try to get all the different Beanie Babies. And
mhm.
I don't know, I swear in a closet somewhere I've got a Princess Diana Beanie Baby somebody gave me. I don't know.
So mom's saying that's not the reason why. So what's the reason why we started calling her Beanie, or is it just because we couldn't really say Regina? I don't know. I don't know. It's my uh so mom said she called her Beanie when she was kids because her favorite game on the Atari was Beanie
Beanie
Pop.
Boppers.
Okay, well, now I thought it was because I thought I was told at one point or something it was because she collected the Beanie Babies. But I might be getting that confused with somebody else, or I don't know.
You know what? The odds are she probably still had some Beanie Babies.
Mm,
I feel like everybody had them,
good
whether you
point.
wanted them or not.
Who knows? Who knows? It's
I'm doing
my
this granny square with the Afghan yarn, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh, this is kind of tiny.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm just like, feel like I'm crocheting away, and it's so tiny.
I'm kind of working on a new design right now. It's going to be just something simple. I'm using the granny stitch, uh,
Okay.
but I'm going to add a different stitch at the bottom for like the lace trimming, or
Okay.
I might move into something different. I haven't really figured it out just yet. I'm working it up. I'm testing, and the
Mm-hmm.
granny stitch and 4-weight yarn is pretty quick to work up.
It
So
is, yeah.
I just wanted something that was simple, could work up, work on, not really having to think much of. And
I know exactly what you mean.
so it is what it is. That's what I've been doing a lot here lately, is just quick, simple projects to get out.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really wanted to work on big, my mind right now. I mentally cannot work on big projects. And I think honestly, that weaving loom is like the extent of my big projects right now.
That seems like a plenty big project.
Yeah, I was wanting to get it done before Christmas because I wanted to wear it for like if we were going to take pictures or go out to eat like
Yeah.
we usually do. But I think with having to save up money for the transmission and that kind of stuff, and then the baby coming, I don't think um, we're going to do that this year.
Well, and I mean that's just a lot of pressure to put on yourself to get it done in that time frame too.
Yeah, it is. Plus, I'm wanting to work on something else at the same time that would have been for that. And I'll go into that later on.
Okay.
Or not later on, but I'll tell you about that
Okay.
live. Just because it's one of those things that don't want to make public until
Yeah.
it's done
Yeah,
over.
no, I get that. Do you know how many things I've started and talked about and then changed my mind? And then I'm like, I hope nobody ever asked me about this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know I've been enjoying the working on the lathe though, now that I've actually figured out how to use the tools.
Good.
So I'm actually using my hook, my first official hook right now.
Nice.
It's not really wanting to work with the yarn. I think I actually need to move up to 5.5 with this yarn. But I'm
Okay.
using a 5, but I really want to use this hook. So
So you're like forcing it to work.
yeah, I'm forcing it to work. So this is my first official uh, wood turning hook that I made
So
over the past
pretty.
week. So I was really, really pleased with it. I mean, like I've stated before, this is completely different to me, something that I've never done. And I kind of sat down over the week and really focused in on it and was learning how to actually use the tools when I got the new tools. And yeah, I'm very, very pleased with it. Quilty crocheter, is that what her name is?
Yeah.
She said it doesn't even look like you're not even an avid turner. It looks like you've been doing it for years. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. So,
But that
and there's
wasn't your experience.
no, gosh, no. It's been a fight and a half with this. It's a cheap lathe. So having to revise things, trying to rig things up, trying to get it to actually work correctly and everything, as it should. PJ's been having to help me with that a little bit, trying to
Well,
figure,
good.
because he's better at figuring things out than I am.
But he's enjoying it though too, right?
Well, he said that he wasn't gonna after I
He
told him,
left it out.
yeah, after I told him that he wasn't allowed to leave it outside or didn't want to be left outside. And the second day, he ended up leaving it outside for 2 days. Yeah, he's like, I'm not touching it anymore. And I'm like, I was just messing with you, but I can too. So, yeah, this is my next one that I got on right now. It's not
Ooh.
exactly how I wanted it to be, just because this actually is what's called zebra wood.
Okay.
I'll actually get the stick or the block, whatever you want to call it. But I got to doing some research because I was like, this is just sitting there chipping and chipping and chipping. I mean, it's not
Uh-oh.
going to glide. And PJ was laughing at me because when I first started working on this one, a piece of wood came up and hit me in the mouth, and he just started laughing. And I'm like, quit laughing. And so I got to do some research because, I mean, even he was having issues. And well, this wood, it's called zebra wood, is actually very, very nutty. And so that's the reason why I was having issues with
It's super pretty though.
it. It is super pretty, but it's
A pain.
it's not a pain. Right. It is a pain to work with.
Well, that one's going to be the highest priced one then.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that one I will actually sell because where I was having so many issues with it, it's not. There's some pieces in there. You can't really see it, but it's where the tool kind of, yeah.
Like gouged it or whatever.
Yeah. And I mean, I've sanded it down as much as I possibly could.
Mm-hmm.
But then again,
You know what? It's all experience though.
yeah. But then again, I mean, it gives it some character. So
Yeah.
who knows? But yeah, what I thought was actually cherry wood is called Purple Heart. There's another
It's
name.
called what?
Purple Heart. There's
Okay.
another name for it. But yeah, this one I'm excited to work with just because it is,
It's very pretty.
yeah. And then I've got, I think it was, no, I don't remember. Was it cherry wood? I don't know. This one is black walnut.
Okay. I love walnut.
Yeah. So we'll see how that one actually works. I know with the lace, you're supposed to use a harder wood because it's not supposed to chip as much. But that zebra wood, it was. But now what was this one? I think this one might be what's called African rosebush, I want to say.
Okay. It looks a little bit like pinkier.
Yeah, yeah. And then this one I want to say is cherry wood. And that's what this one came out of. And I mean, it was smooth sailing. It was nice to work with and everything. So,
Well, it's good that your first one was easy. Well,
Yeah.
not easy, but
yeah, my first official one.
yes.
So it's just messing around, seeing what works,
Mhm.
doing different things with it. So
Yeah.
it's been lots of fun. Lots of fun.
Excellent.
But yeah, eventually I would like to upgrade to a bigger one because I want to do different things with it and
Yeah.
start
Yeah,
making.
but it's just one of those things though where you just don't know how you're going to like something or if you're going to enjoy it, and it doesn't always make sense to buy the biggest, most expensive thing right out of the gate.
Yeah, that's the leather work, the stamping. I
Mhm.
started doing that last year, and I've messed with it here and there, and it's not my thing. So I've given up on it.
Mhm.
So I just ended up getting one of those kits that had some stamping tools, some patches of leather that you can
Yeah.
work with or test out, and pretty much the basics. And I worked with it a few times, and I was just like, this isn't my thing. So I just gave it up.
But you don't know until you try.
Exactly. It looks cool. It looks like it would be, you
It
get it
does.
down and, could
I
really be.
follow a bunch of those accounts on Instagram, and I'm like, I love watching them, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot in the wrist and in the hands.
Mhm.
You've got to have a very, very steady hand.
Yes.
So.
I'm not always super good at attention to detail, so.
No. And it's just knowing how I am. I'm a perfectionist in a way. I want things to look a certain way. So
Yeah.
it goes to advantage, but at the same time, it becomes like compulsive. And
Yep.
it's nope, gotta put it down, or else
Hmm.
I'm gonna drive myself nuts.
Well, and to be honest, it's not like leather is the cheapest material to work with either. So,
And that's another thing is there's so many different, like, I guess, grains of leather.
hmm
And so you gotta work with certain types when first starting off. And I don't know. And I didn't get much into it. I did a little bit of research, but I didn't get much into it.
but yep, it's good. Now you know.
Hmm. So if anybody wants to get into leather work, I got a few stamping tools that you can have. Just throwing
You're
that out.
like, get this away from me.
Yeah, it's taking up space in my craft room. And not that much space. It's just like a little area. I'm also working on spinning up some fiber too, just plain white fiber. I think this is merino because
Okay.
eventually I'm gonna dye it. I want to get it done before Christmas because I have a plan. Um, and y'all might like the plan, but I want to dye this actually in yarn form.
Fun.
So,
Very
yeah.
fun.
So I've been working here and there on things and trying to keep myself busy, but also take it slow too.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to push yourself too much right now,
No.
or
No.
just set no reason to cause extra stress.
Yeah, I'm glad I got all that baking done though.
Yeah. Are you going to be doing the same thing at Christmas time?
Oh heck no.
Okay.
No. That's the lady that works in the office at PJ's work. She had asked I think it was Wednesday, right before they ended up leaving for Thanksgiving break.
Okay.
She asked if I could make a red velvet roll and have it done by next Friday. And PJ is like, yeah, but that's probably the last thing that she's going to do for a while, just because it's getting to the point where,
Yeah.
yeah, it,
In all reality, the baby could come sooner than, expected. And
yeah, I will see tomorrow, but from that was another thing that was kind of a concern. It looked like my stomach had dropped yesterday. So I was looking at my belly and I asked Pete, I said, does it look like my belly's dropped or just look different? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, well, she might come earlier than expected. So we will see.
yep. She's going to say it's going to be on her timeline, not yours. So,
Yeah. Mom was like, as long as it's after 36 weeks, because they're safe after that.
yep. Yep. You got to be getting close to that, though, right?
Yeah, I'm 34 now, so
Nice. Yeah.
we'll see. Just keep on watching out for signs. The good thing,
signs.
yeah. What'd you think I said?
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, good thing is, I mean, I've had Braxton Hicks here and there, but the good thing is I haven't had any contractions.
Good. Good.
They also told me to look for like bloody show or,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to deal with that with Delilah because I was in
Okay.
but yeah, just look out for signs and I go tomorrow.
To your regular doctor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doctor's appointment. So I'm assuming they will check to see if I dilated any.
You would think so.
I'm assuming. I don't know. They don't really tell you what's going to happen in your next appointment. And it's just been so long. It's been like 5 years since I've had to go through this. So
yeah, so then it's like you don't always remember everything. And
yeah. And every pregnancy, every doctor's office
is different.
So Yep. We're getting close.
It's exciting.
It's exciting, but also nerve-wracking.
Well, yeah, I guess it's exciting for me because, I'm not the one who has to go through it.
Yeah, Mom said especially need to tell them that I fell. Yeah, I took a little tumble the other day. Yeah, it was nothing major. I was walking outside. I had my box that had all my lathe tools and everything in my hand. Delilah was following me outside, and just the way our steps are on our side door, PJ's going to do something about that because he's fallen off of them. I've fallen off of them.
Oh,
Delilah's
no.
fallen off of them. And there's a brick enclosed, like brick little shed that's right there that's connected to the carport.
Okay.
So you pretty much, if you fall, you're running right into it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and so I ended up, I don't know if I just kind of stumbled or if missed the last step. I don't know what the heck happened. But yeah, next thing you know, I'm on the ground and I've got a little scrape right there
Oh,
on my
no.
arm, and I've got this nasty bruise on my knee. I fell more on my hip than anything.
Okay.
But yeah, it was.
Was it one of those falls where it's like, I've had two kinds of falls. One of them is like where it's slow motion and you like know it's happening and you can't stop. But then I've also had the kind where like I was walking my lane and I couldn't see. I got too far to the grass and there was like a gopher hole and my foot went down and it like happened so fast. Next thing I'm laying on the ground on my back trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. Like, I want to say it. Like it was kind of slow motion, but at the same time, it was like, what the heck just happened? You know? I don't know, but yeah, it was. Well, that's PJ. I had messaged PJ right after it happened just in case. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, well, let me know if, you start to have any kind of discomfort. I said, the only discomfort that I'm having right now is my emotions.
A little bit of pride.
Yeah, Mom was like, you got embarrassed. I said, yeah, even though I just fell in front of my daughter, that's it. But I haven't taken a tumble in, years. So it was just like one of those things, like, seriously.
I have like out here that nobody drives on our road, but when we used to live in town, we were on the main highway and I fell twice on the highway, not on the highway, but in my yard on the highway. And it was like, there was a bank that was across the street. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I know they have security cameras. And here I am biffing it. And like every time it has to be in the most highly traffic area.
I tell you what, we call my stepdad Mr. Tumbleweed.
Oh no.
And I can't remember when exactly. So I think what actually started that was when we lived in Indiana. He was chasing, I think, one of his maybe cousins or nephews, one of the family members. Well, the boy ended up jumping over a shrub.
Okay.
Well, he was like, well, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Well, he jumps over the shrub and ends up breaking his ribs.
Oh, because he didn't clear it.
Yeah, and so I think that's when it might have started. But I think we laugh about it now, and I mean, we were laughing about it back then. We had taken a trip to Indiana to go see his side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And spend I think we were living in California at the time. So
Okay.
we drove in from California to Indiana. And I can't remember. I think we were in my mom's Volkswagen Passat, or we were in the rental. But they were getting an ice storm, and well, the parking lot, luckily it was empty, but I mean it was completely nothing but a sheet of ice. And so we ended up sliding onto the bank and hit the curb and everything. So he went out and looked to see if there was any damage. And the next thing you know, he just like slips and falls like he slipped on a banana peel or something. He he's like almost kind of like up underneath the car, and we're like,
Oh no.
where did he go? And yeah, he's sitting there on the ground because
Oh.
he's on the ice. But yeah, he's got the nickname Mr. Tumbleweed. It was just, one of those moments that you just had been there.
Well, I'm sure it's one of those things where it just looks like you want to make sure they're okay, but they are,
Yeah.
so it's just a comical thing.
It's another time when we lived in Indiana. We had these like cheap bar stools that you get from Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that like pleather seating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one that he ended up sitting in, we all kind of knew that the screws were kind of loose.
Oh no.
He sits down. I think he kind of leans back. Well, it ends up finally unscrewing itself or did whatever. He's on the floor, and our dog Rusty, he's sitting there right up at his face, and my stepdad, he's just cracking jokes back and forth. The commentary and everything was just hilarious. My mom, she's sitting there at the top of the steps, die laughing because we're all just cracking up. Well, next thing you know, my mom pees her pants.
Oh.
So that added to it. And I mean, we were just cracking up laughing. Sorry, Mom, but
Hey, what was funny then,
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was one of those times that you just look back and it just, brings a smile to your face or
Yes.
cracks me up. So
But you were going to try to stay on your feet then the next few weeks here? Not fall again?
Yeah. Try not to, learn how to walk. Did you learn how to walk yesterday? I don't know. Sometimes it feels like it.
So I've never done granny squares with 2-weight yarn, and this is taking forever. I mean, I'm doing a solid one. It doesn't look very good on camera either. Uh-oh.
So you're doing nothing but like double crochet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that looks kind of uggo right now. So hopefully I can make it look better, because that's going to be disappointing.
Yeah. You might have to stretch it out. Walk it.
Mm-hmm.
And what yarn were you using?
It's that Hirschner's Afghan yarn.
Okay.
Because I wanted something that was fairly low cost, but also durable. And
yeah, so that stuff.
Yes. That is exactly what I'm using. Yeah. I think this is one shade lighter than that.
Yeah, I think you might have sent me 2 of those, a few shades.
Okay.
Well, anybody else have any plans for today? Is anybody traveling, heading back home?
I am definitely not doing anything. I'm not leaving my house.
No, I think today is going to be more of a sit down, relax, maybe get a few things cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
This house looks like a train wreck right now.
I get that.
Our dining room table has somehow ended up becoming a craft room. Or not a craft table.
So you have 2 craft rooms right now.
Just about, yeah. Which he's actually the old chicken coop where we're completely redoing everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're making the old chicken coop into a feed room, but he's actually going to work it to where with the wood turning, I can actually go in there and do that, kind of make like a little workbench area.
Oh, that'll be good.
So I'll have the drill press in there. I'll have the lathe, probably the sand belt. What what else? Probably some vices. I don't know what all he's planning on moving in there, but
Yeah, but it would be nice to have everything all together in one spot.
yeah,
And
and actually not having to. I think he's going to wire it up to where I can actually, depending on as long as it doesn't trip the breaker, um, but have it to where it can have several things plugged in. Because right now we're having to unplug, replug just to use a tool or whatever, and
hmm
that gets so aggravating.
so I had told Sydney like a month or so ago she may have missed her calling in life because I was having some electrical problems. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. And she's like, maybe it's the something something. It's probably this.
Mhm.
And then my electrician came and it was exactly what she had diagnosed it as.
Um, Even though I'm not mechanically inclined, I don't know if it's just, you know, have you ever heard of, well, you know, what is reincarnation?
Yes.
So I think I've lived several lives because there's just certain things that just
Are
naturally,
familiar to you?
yeah, but I've never done them before. It's like how I said, I'm not mechanically inclined, and uh, something was wrong with the vehicle, and I'll ask Jay, could it be this, that, or that? And he's like, I don't know. I've got to go through the whole thing. Well, it turns out the first thing that I usually say, or whatever I say it is, that's usually what's wrong with it. So
Hmm.
it's just some things I've picked up through him, but some things it's just like I surprise my own self. And it's just not like common sense or common
Yeah.
knowledge. But speaking of electricity or electrician,
Hmm.
he's actually, we were talking because he told me that I could go out there and wire up the shed myself. And I'm
Okay.
like, I don't know if you want me to do that. So he's told me this little, what is it called? Like arithmetic? Would it be
Okay.
arithmetic? Or, like a little saying to how to
Oh,
wire
yeah.
up a house.
Yeah.
I can't say it online because it is a little inappropriate. But
Well,
yeah,
you send it to me later.
I will. But yeah, so he's taught me how to wire up housing now. So with that little saying, he said, you just keep that little saying in your mind and you can wire up a whole house. And I'm like, but it's one of those things that just kind of sticks with you.
Yep. Yep. Dirty limericks usually do.
Yeah. Yep. That's how I ended up calling my mom over it the other day because I figured, my stepdad would actually get a kick out of it. And so, yeah. She's like, okay, so whenever I need you to come rewire my house, you can do it. And I'm like, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know if you would actually want to trust me and not actually doing it before. So, just messing around.
Yeah, just something little to start out with.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's a
I'm
good
gonna
thing.
need to. Oh, go.
It's a good thing about PJ is if I want to learn something and if I don't know how to do it and he knows,
He'll
he
jump in and.
he will he kind of pushes me to, learn different things.
Good.
Just uh if for whatever reason if I've got to figure out how to do it, then I got to figure out how to do it and help, get started on whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, because there might be a point in time that comes down to it that he ain't gonna be there to help me.
That's right.
Gotta help myself.
Well, you just never know what.
Yeah. It's like with the welding. I mean, even though I probably really never weld something together, he's like, you're gonna learn how to weld. So last year we haven't really done much because for one, it was in summertime when he was trying to teach me, and then working with the welding machine, it gets hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, that's something that we're going to have to end up doing in the winter because it's too freaking hot out here in order to. He's like, now you know how I feel when we're in the shop welding all day. And I'm like, yeah, but you're used to it.
You're like, I'm not accustomed to it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he started last year kind of teaching me how to weld a little bit, even though we haven't done much since then. But I told him, I said, I want to learn how to TIG weld and actually like laser weld at some point in time.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, well, we need a better welding machine.
I feel like, though, like when you're homesteading, like there's just so many potential things that you might have to weld. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So far, really, he hasn't had to do much welding here. I know he's done a few welding projects at his work just because they've got better machinery there.
Mm-hmm.
I think really the only thing that he's welded that actually had to be done, well, it didn't have to be done, but he ended up welding, I can't remember what it's called, but whenever you dress a deer,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, one of those things that you've got to put the legs through. I can't remember what it's called,
Yep.
but he ended up having to makeshift one of those because
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because somebody was like, "Oh, we got a deer. You want it?" And it was like, "Heck yeah!" And, well, we didn't have anything to hang the deer up, and you can't just put a deer on a table
Nope.
and skin it and all that kind of stuff. So he had to makeshift something.
Yeah. We used to deal with ours out in our barn that we don't have anymore.
Ah. So, does your husband know how to weld?
No.
No. Okay. Oh, okay. So
we have a. I was talking about the deer.
Okay.
We have welding equipment, but he just it was given to him, or I don't know what you'd say, inherited to him or whatever. But he doesn't have time to finish the projects he's currently doing, let alone start something new.
Yeah, that's our issue is especially PJ, he will sit there, start a project. We might get halfway through it, and it's like he wants to start a whole nother project. And I'm like, can we do the first project first? He drives me nuts. So, Mama Winch, good morning. How are you, sweetheart?
Good morning.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving or a good weekend? I know she's been busting out some hats left and right and some scarves.
Good.
She started I can't remember exactly where she's posting, but she started selling some of her hats and scarves like that.
Oh, cool.
On I can't remember if it's like Mercari or somewhere else.
Okay.
Where she's selling her stuff at. But yeah, she's been busting them out left and right. She said she had a good Thanksgiving. That's good.
Good. Having trouble counting.
It's one thing about this is you don't have to count. So she opened Spotify and then closed it. So have you tried Mercari, Mama Winch, or have you looked into Mercari? I know they don't have a like Etsy a listing fee. Etsy charges a 20-cent listing fee every time you upload something, and I don't think it matters whether it's digital or an actual physical product, but they do charge 20 cents per product.
Interesting.
Well, not per product, but per listing.
Yeah.
Mercari doesn't, but they do take some fees. It's not that bad. And the thing with Macari is somebody can actually offer like a price.
Mm.
So, and I just found that out because somebody had bought some yarn off of my Macari shop, and I didn't even realize, but they can actually offer a deal,
Oh, okay.
and you can either accept it or declining depending on the deal.
Yeah.
And so the yarn was something that I did maybe 2 years ago, and it was just one of those things. Wanted to get rid of it.
You're like, I'm tired of looking at this.
It wasn't, you know, nothing like what I'm doing now. So
Yeah.
it was a fairly decent deal. What she would have paid, the original pricing, she just had to pay in shipping.
Oh,
So
yeah. Yeah.
it evened out.
Sound like you both got a good deal there then.
Yeah. So Jesse is having a go. It was great hanging out with you too, Jesse. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Jesse.
I hope you have a great day too, sweetheart. Oh, and that was another thing was Mama Winch started doing, I think, patterns, selling patterns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then is it Ko-fi?
Oh, Ko-fi, yeah.
I think that's where she's got her patterns listed.
Okay. I know, so I do my email list through kit.com, and it is free. Like their basic plan is free up to 10,000 email subscribers. So I've got like 9,600 subscribers before I have to pay. But you can sell digital products on there, and maybe it's similar like with Ko-fi, but what I like about this is like, you know, you're getting people's email. So then like if you know you're going to have like another pattern launch or something, you can email all the people that previously signed up and all of that. So I like the generating the traffic.
Yeah. That's cool. It's I don't know. I was about to say something about it. I don't remember what I was about to say.
Then I started rambling and made you forget.
Well, it was something about the kit
and
the patterns, but I don't even. Who knows? Could have been all I know. So Mama said she's not big on writing patterns. Did 3 of the winter sets she made. Well, I mean, it's a start. I haven't written a pattern in a couple months. I was starting to with the knit along that I want to do, but it was just too much.
Yeah. Give yourself some time. Take the pressure off.
Yeah, I am definitely having pregnancy brain. I'm having blonde. It all mixes together. I mean, I'm a natural blonde, so you know I've got.
You think that's part of the cause?
Yeah. So then the pregnancy just kind of, adds to it.
Accentuates it.
Yeah. That's okay. Don't mind me.
That's funny.
Just hopefully when I do start talking, it's like you just kind of get my drift.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Hopefully. Yeah, it's been bad here lately. I will be in the middle of talking or, in the middle of sentence and it's like, what was I saying?
Just leaves.
Yeah, just whatever. It happened the other day. I was in the middle of talking to PJ about something. And I mean, kid you not, I was in the middle of a sentence and it was just like, do you remember what I was talking about? And he's like, yeah, you were talking about this, that, and the third. And I'm like, what was I saying?
Don't be hard on yourself.
No. I've just kind of taken it is what it is. It's Just how my brain works.
Or how it's working at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So, what are you working on, Mama Winch? Are you working on more hats or scarves?
I am not making any crochet Christmas presents at all this year.
Nope. Which I haven't done that in a couple years, anyways. I thought about it, but I've just got so much going on right now. My family understands.
Yep, they sure do. They better. No.
Yeah, they better. No. My mom's the one that usually does all the crochet gifts.
Okay.
So I let her have.
I was going to say,
that.
leave that to her then.
I don't even know if she's doing much crocheting. I know she was telling me a couple months ago that she was lacking in the Crojo apartment too.
Mm-hmm.
So she is making herself a winter set. Did a slouchy beanie yesterday, working on fingerless gloves. Then figure out what she wants to do with the scarf.
Very cool.
Busy. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
How's the weather over there, Mama Winch? She in Mississippi or is she in Missouri?
I was just wondering where she was.
I think she's in Missouri.
They
work up super fast. Do what? What were you going to say?
Oh, I say Missouri is just south of me, but there is a big climate difference.
Okay, she's in Mississippi. Okay. I knew it was either one of the two. I think Katie.
Yep, Katie's in St. Louis.
She said 41 degrees outside and I can't see that. Does it say
62 in the camper?
Okay,
that's chilly in the camper.
Yeah. But I know it was hard unless did we have central heat in our camper? I can't remember. I don't think we did because we had to use space heaters.
Yeah.
But campers, they're very drafty.
Mm-hmm.
So
we had, this would have been like 7 or 8 years ago, we had a 1982 Scamp. So it's a little 13-foot fiberglass egg camper. And loved it. It was tiny. My husband couldn't stand fully tall in it. He had to like slouch down. But needless to say, there was an accident and it totaled our Jeep and our camper. And we got, instead of just taking the insurance money and buying, something like new and nice, we're like, why wouldn't we buy this 1974 camper and gut it and rebuild it? And then, have it take 5 years to finish. But the one good thing is that when I say I literally contribute nothing except decorating it after it was done. But we really insulated it well. And because we took everything down, to the studs and even redid some of the studs. And so it actually can stay fairly decent. But that's only because of the extra we put into it.
Yeah. But with a camper, you have to do that, though. I mean, you might as well if you're, completely gutting it and redoing it yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure you're warm during the wintertime. Let's see. The Bud Files. Good morning. What the heck just happened? Okay. So the Bud Files. Good morning. How are you? And then what did Mama Winch say? She doesn't have working central heat in the camper, but she's got 2 space heaters.
Yeah.
One in the bedroom.
It should warm up pretty fast, or
Yeah. I know here, that's all we have because we don't have central heat and air. Ours went out years ago, right after we signed the papers to buy the house, it went out on us.
Doesn't that
And
figure?
yeah, and I mean, um, we have to get a whole new unit, which that one before it went out was already 15 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it was due for a new one anyways. So we had somebody come look at it and they said it's completely seized up and everything. You're just going to have to replace it. Well, between labor costs and getting the whole new unit, you're talking like $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
What one of the guys priced us at. And we're like, yeah, we definitely ain't got $10,000 just to, throw around.
Yep.
So we ended up having, when we lived in Earl and Bridget's house and in the single wide, we already had a few window units.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good thing. Whenever we moved down here, we kept them just in case.
Yep.
We didn't really have to fork out any money during the summertime, but we ended up getting a few space heaters, and that's just what we've been using for the time.
Yeah. Yeah, but you live in a climate where that's, probably really all you need.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's a little chilly, but it's just one of those things. Grab an extra blanket, maybe put an extra pair of socks or pants on, and call it good.
Yep. Well, I have got a furnace and I've got a wood stove, and I am still up here wrapped in a giant blanket. So,
well, do you have any registers in that room? I know you said that room.
Yeah, there is one. There is one. And it just seems like a lot of wind comes from this side. And this is like, it's got more exposed walls than other rooms in the house. And
yeah.
Yeah.
It's chillier.
Mm-hmm. I will admit my fingers are a little chilly.
The craft room it either gets really, really hot or it gets really, really cold in here.
Yeah. So. Yeah, we have so we have central heat, and then like I said, the wood stove is in our living room. So that gets really nice. But then the problem is when that area gets so hot from the wood stove, then the furnace doesn't come on in the rest of the house. So then, it's chillier around here. But then in the summer, we do window air conditioners, which is fine. We just have them on, like we'll pre-cool it before I go to bed or something. And yeah, it does okay.
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do. So Mama Winch is asking.
Oh, yeah.
How
my healing is going on. Yep. You know what? I feel freaking fantastic. I have utilized this long weekend to take several naps, but honestly, it is so nice not feeling like I have a giant hard grapefruit inside of me all the time. And I feel like I'm pretty much over any of the like surgical pains and stuff. Like my incisions and sutures are all good and everything. So yeah, I really feel, honestly, I do feel better than before. I am glad I did it. Like, would I go through a surgery if I didn't have a problem? No. But if you find out you have fibroids, yep, it was a total hysterectomy. Yep. So yeah, if you find out you have them, just get rid of that thing. I guarantee you'll feel better.
Yeah. I'm glad we've talked, glad you didn't really have any major side effects.
No. I mean, and I had been having hot flashes for, like 10 years anyway. So it's not like that was anything new. Mm-hmm. And honestly, it really hasn't been bad. And I did start on like a hormone replacement, like what is it called? Estrogen HRT. So
something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How is that going?
I think pretty good. Like, I feel like it definitely, I have more energy than I did before. But then it's like, also, is that just because I felt so crappy?
That's good. Now,
Oh,
are you? Go ahead.
she was 31 when she had hers. Yeah, that is young. But yeah, it looks like she said she didn't have any of the other menopause issues, so that is good. And yours was total too?
I told PJ, I said, after this one, because we're done after this one. I said, if it wasn't for, the potential chance of premenopause, I would just go ahead and tell them to rip everything out.
Just take this out too.
Yeah, but no, it's too early to start dealing with menopause issues.
But I feel like mine started, like the peri stuff, like started in like my mid 30s, I feel like.
Did you say the hairy stuff?
Peri.
So you said
Peri.
I thought you said hairy, like as in, growing a beard and everything.
Yeah, well, that comes later on.
Yeah.
Wait till you're 40.
No, yeah. Well,
and then when you turn like 47, you have to, like 45, 40, I don't remember when it was. Then they start turning white and they're wiry and they just make you so mad.
Well, I'll tell you what, the other day where was I going? I can't remember where I was going somewhere. I was looking in the mirror and I thought it was just, a piece of my hair that's actually, on my scalp. No, I had a hair that was probably that long. So probably a good like 3 inches long coming out of my neck. And I'm like, it's just white. And I'm like, oh, no. We are not starting this.
You don't have a choice when that starts. It picks the time, not you.
Luckily, there was actually no like follicle to it. It was just kind of like surface. You get one of those long hairs that.
Yeah, just a random.
Yeah. And it's just like, thank God it didn't have no follicle to it. Because, it'd be kind of concerning after that point.
Well, it kind of tells you how long it was growing that you didn't notice it if it made it that long.
Yeah, seriously. So it's I've been giving PJ crap lately now because we found a few white hairs in his beard.
Yeah, that happens.
Yep. So I call him my old man. And then I got Delilah saying my old daddy.
That's funny.
Yeah, she said they yanked every
bit of the plumbing. Yep. But you know what? It's just good not to have to worry about stuff anymore. And nothing else is going to go wrong. And I don't know. I honestly felt like it was kind of freeing. And I know a lot of people say that because they're like, oh, I don't have a period anymore. I hadn't had one in years. Mm-hmm. But it really is freeing just to like feel like stuff isn't malfunctioning on me.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they asked me a couple weeks ago if I wanted to go ahead and get my tubes tied. And it's just one of those things that I'm like, I want to, but I also don't want the side effects.
You should actually be fine from that.
Okay.
You can also, I know sometimes now, like, because I had mine tied, and I think they just like cut it and then there's like scar tissue. That's what prevents the egg from going down. But now here anyway, they will actually just remove your tubes. So you still have your ovaries, you still have your uterus, like you'll still have a cycle and all that, but there's no way for the egg to get to the destination because those tubes are missing. Okay. So, I mean, it is something that,
Right. I want to say they might do that here too. I can't remember what she said because she said that they won't just like tie them. I think because I said I want to get them tied and burned, and I think I can't remember exactly what she said, but she was saying that they don't actually do that there. They do something different. So that's what it is. I don't know.
I think they've made advances in the last 10 years.
Because I done told him, I said, I am very anti birth control.
You don't
Nope.
want to mess with all the hormonal side effects. Yeah.
Well, after having Delilah, I got on the Depo shot,
Mm-hmm.
and it just, my hormones were completely out of whack. They were already out of whack because of the pregnancy, and then
Mm-hmm.
on top of that, and it just made me sick. I was on birth control way before, as a teenager and everything, and it made me sick back then, and I just never really had actually been on birth control other than, a couple of months out of the times that I was.
Yeah.
And so it's just, I'm very anti birth
Mm-hmm.
control. Mm-mm. And then just knowing the issues that my sister has, um, which from she was on the Depo shot as well. And from my research, I don't understand how her OB had let this slide for as long as it was, but supposedly with the Depo shot, you're only supposed to be on it for like 2.5 years.
Oh.
She was on it for 10 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, and she's now having issues.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. That's one reason why I'm anti birth control.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think a lot of times, there's very good doctors out there, and then there's doctors who, not necessarily through fault of their own, it could be just they're so overworked, but they just don't have the time and energy to really devote into the patient care that you deserve. And a friend of mine ended up getting a pulmonary embolism, and I want to say she was like early 30s at the time.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't on the Depo shot, but it was well, I don't remember what it was. It wasn't a pill, so it might have been like the implant or something, I'm not sure. But apparently it was known for causing blood clots when combined with general anesthesia. And she had a scope done on her knee where they cleaned out some like arthritis and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then following that ended up with a pulmonary embolism, like the blood clot that went into her lungs, and it almost killed her. And apparently that was like very common, but like no one on her team seemed to like look at her information and be like, oh, maybe we should look at getting rid of this first before we do your knee. I don't know.
Yeah,
that wasn't in like my area. That was like an hour away from me. So I have nothing but good things to say about my doctors.
Good. That's one thing that I've learned with this doctor's office. You've got to learn to advocate for yourself. Because, where when I ended up having to go to the hospital a couple weeks ago because I got the stomach bug, they, when we went to the one closest to us and then they had to refer us to Florence, both of them asked, who's your primary doctor? Or who do you usually see at your OB office? And I'm like, I couldn't tell you because I see everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of those things that just irritates me. They have like 5 midwives there, probably 6 now, and 2 actual OBs. And they're like, okay, that's kind of odd. And I'm like, well, tell me about it because it irritates the crap out of me. But it's one of those things that you've got everybody working your case and nobody knows.
Nobody really knows you. Yeah.
As a patient. And so it's every time I go in there, I've got to remind them of this, or I've got to remind them of that, or I've got to actually advocate for myself. And it's just like
exhausting.
It is, but I was going to get transferred to Florence, but I'm so far in, and it's just I'm going through that whole mess again, and just to potentially go through the exact same thing.
Very true. Very true.
Just kind of took it as what it is, making sure that they pay attention to my records and, actually check thoroughly. And so, yeah, you got to advocate for yourself because there's some that just, they don't, and they're so busy or they got so many patients that, like you were saying, don't have the time or maybe not even willing to put in the time.
That is true. Yeah.
let's see. Mama Witch says she's not overly impressed with her medical field here in Mississippi. Had a great medical care when she was in Tennessee. So I loved my OB in West Virginia. He was awesome. He was that got to know you type of thing. And I want to say his practice might have been private. I'm not sure. It might have, I don't know, it might have been.
Well, he would definitely have more control over his time and all of that,
Yeah, so it might have been a private practice. I don't know, but he was awesome. I mean, he was kind of sit down and talk to you, actually explain things to you, and just
good.
Yeah, he was. The only thing that irritated me now knowing is I wish they would have told me that, if you get induced, then and get the Pitocin and what they had to use to induce me, would later on, if I was to get pregnant again, you would have issues. That's the only thing that I wish they would have warned me about. But other than that, I mean, he was awesome. So,
but don't know what you got till it's gone, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think I'm getting to the point where I'm about ready to shut this down.
Well, my fingers are going numb up here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're all good.
Yeah, I wasn't anticipating being on here for this long, but we got to chit-chatting and all that good stuff. So
it's always fun to hang out.
It is. You've been crocheting, getting some crocheting done.
Yeah, but I've been crocheting this granny square the whole time. And I'm like just getting almost done with only one.
You feel like you haven't really made any progress.
No.
Come on, you gotta get faster. You need to start speeding it up a little bit.
Well, maybe if I was downstairs where if it was more, maybe my fingers would be working faster. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. It's where did I see it? They're having, I think it's on maybe Hulu or Peacock or something, but they're having I guess a game show that's for knitters.
Oh, I have heard something about that.
Yeah. I'm like, how would that, really work?
Yeah, I don't know. My guess is it's one of those probably highly edited things to make it seem like there's drama and
probably. Because I mean, how much can knitting really be of drama? How much?
I know.
Yeah,
it would take so long to complete anything.
Yeah, seriously, unless you're like a speed demon.
It's not like the cooking challenges where you have an hour or 45 minutes.
Yeah, that ain't. I've always said those things are rigged. They don't.
Oh yeah.
There ain't no way. No way. When you're sitting there making cake sculptures and 5 hours, bull crap.
Yep. You're like, they have definitely fudged the time frame.
Yeah, I don't care how, much of a professional baker you are, bull crap. But alrighty, everyone. I think I'm going to shut this down. I just want to say thank you to everybody who did come in. I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. Take it easy today. So Winch said, yarn barf adds the drama.
Well, there's some truths. Yeah, I've been dealing with this.
Yeah, seriously. That yarn barf will make you want to sit there and rip your hair out. But anyways, I'm going to shut this down. I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. We'll probably see you again in the next, 2 weeks or so, depending on what's going on. But until
I think our Saturday morning will kind of be up in the air just based on both Christmas and your due date and everything and how you're feeling. So we'll probably kind of put that info out at the last minute.
Yep. So Mama Winch did say that she is going live at 1 p.m. Central.
Oh, fun.
if anybody wants to catch her opening up some Happy Meal, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So
very cool.
Alrighty. Well, y'all have a wonderful Sunday. I might see you around on the YouTube streets. I might not. Who knows? And if I do, then I do. If not, then take care and have a wonderful day.
Sounds good, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.